This is a short tutorial on how to set up a Works Cited page in MLA format. You can see I have a document started here, not a lot of text. Your text might have pages and pages, or it might be this short. But you want to go to the end of your text. And at that point, you want to insert a page break. And you do that like I just showed you. The next thing you want to do is type in Works Cited. And it's really important that you know that this is a Works Cited page, not a Works Cited, and the word cited is with a C, not with an S. We want to center that, and that's what that should look like. Now, a page down here, my document should still be double spaced from setting it up correctly when I set up my first page. So that's all ready for us. We're going to left align, and then we have to add a kind of funky indentation that's required for a Works Cited page. And if you look down here, we currently have no indentation. You would only indent using the tab key, but we're not having any special indentation. Now what we're going to do is we're going to set hanging indentation. And when we change that, you see here, it kind of hangs off the first line, and that's where it gets its name. So we're going to put that there. We really can't see that yet, but it'll be ready for us when we get there. We want to add a couple entries just to see what they would look like, and nowadays there really is no reason why you should have to put that citation together on your own when there's all these awesome citation generators. And if you type in citation generator MLA, you'll see tons of different ways that you can use online for free to cite a source without having to make it up yourself and know where the colon goes or what needs to be capitalized, those kind of things, because it's already available for you. So I would say to use these sources. I'm going to use BibMe because that's one of my favorites, just to show you a couple examples on how we can do this. Let's say that we are going to cite Harry Potter, just as an example. And I do find book. I'm in the book tab, find book. And it comes up with a list of different Harry Potter movies. Let's use the Prisoner of Azkaban just because it's right there. Am I citing the entire book or a chapter from the book? We're going to say the entire book for now. I don't know who the publisher or the city of publication. I'm going to guess a year published in 1998. And I'm not citing an edition. And I add my bibliography. Now it's not going to add to the bibliography because it wants these two fields here. So let's say that this is from Houghton Mifflin, which I don't think that is the publisher, but we're going to use that just for the sake of something to put in there, and we're going to say it's from New York. And if you don't know where the publisher is, a trick is to always go onto Amazon. And Amazon always has information like that, the publisher, the year published, things like that. If we type in Harry Potter, it'll give us all the books, and we'll use the Sorcerer's Stone just to look at what it says. And oh, I'm sorry, that's a movie, so let's go back and look at the book. There's book one right there. We look at this, and if you look down further, it will have all the information here you could possibly want. The ISBN number, who the publisher is, where it was published, and it's all the information you could possibly want, all there at one time for you. So that's where you would go if you needed to know where a book was published or who the publisher was. You add it to your bibliography. Now we want to make sure it's an MLA because it might be set to something else to default, but here's my MLA. And I'm going to copy and paste that using that little button there. I'm going to go back to my sample document and I'm going to paste it in here. And when I paste it, hold on. When I paste it, it's not pasting. I've never had that problem before, but you can always do this. This is how the old version was working. There was no little button here. So you can always highlight it and copy and paste it. So let's try it that way. And there it is. Now you're going to see that there's a problem here, and the problem is every citation generator I've seen does this. It carries it over in a different font. We always know that we want Times New Roman 12-point font. It's the only MLA font that's acceptable. So we go to Times New Roman 12-point font, and there it is. And there's a little hanging indent, and everything's fine. So let's add another example here, just because I think this is important to look at. And you'll see there's magazines, newspapers, websites. Well, this is really cool, a really cool feature that they have here in BibMe, which is why it's one of my favorites. And say I'm using the ASPCA website about animal cruelty. and I find the website. It actually goes out and it finds the website that you have. So if you put the URL here, you might need to shorten. If it has a bunch of things like a backspace and a bunch of other things in it, you might have to go all the way back to the root, which ends with .com or .org, and you want to find the website. What you find is this is what they have. This is all they have. Often websites don't have a lot of information because there's not an author, and there may not be a version number or a date created available on it. So that's really all we have often for websites. So let's add that. We're going to copy and paste it. And let's go back to our document and we're going to paste it. There we go. Again, we have to fix our font because that's the way it goes. And we also want to make sure that our text is in black. So let's go back. We'll say automatic and it fixes that problem. Now let's do one more source yet. And I'm going to do this for a certain reason. Let's go to a other and we'll see what we have. It says select a source type. Let's say we're doing an interview. And I'm going to say that I'm going to interview my mother. And my mother's name is Joan Matuella. And I did the interview. And I'm going to say my name, Nicole Rader. Okay. And it's a personal interview. And I'm going to say that I conducted the interview at my mother's. She lives in Freeland. And I interviewed her on the 1st of September in 2014. And I add that to my bibliography. And there it is. That's my mom's interview. So I'm going to copy and paste this and put it back over here on my Works Cited page. And change the font because that's what they want me to do. And now I have this list. One thing you'll notice here is that the Works Cited page should be in a certain order. And if you've done a Works Cited page before, you should remember that they have to be in alphabetic order by the first name of the entry. So therefore, this one has to go first. So all we do here is we cut, go back, and we paste. And there you go. That's our Works Cited page. A couple things. Make sure there's a period at the end of every entry. They also should not be underlined. I'm not sure why they're underlined, but they are. So let's underline them and ununderline them. That is what a Works Cited page should look like. If you have any questions, please let me know. There's plenty of great sources out on the web to do this, and this should help you. Thank you very much.